credit, meaning 680 or above, that they could just walk into a bank and get approved for funding for their business. That is not true. And today I am going to break down the importance of not only having good credit, but also having credibility in your business so that your business is credible online and on paper, and the difference that that makes in positioning you for $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. So if you're coming in under the sound of my voice, or if you're listening to the replay, stick with me. I'm going to break down step by step how to name, categorize, and position yourself for $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it here or DM me if you're coming up under the sound of the replay. All right. Now, first and foremost, I always talk about naming your company. It's highly, highly, highly important. Good morning. Good morning. Naming it in a way that it doesn't include the industry name, nor does it include your name. Your company entity name that you create does not need to be the same name as the business. Your business name, you should categorize that as a doing as business name. Your name itself should be something like an acronym of some sort, like ABC, Ventures, Solutions, Enterprises. That's it. It should not say LKC Trucking or Credit Repair or anything that is in a risky industry. These are things you should know, and these are the things that are getting you denied. Now, secondly, your category. Are you categorized in a risky industry? Are you categorized correctly? A lot of us are prematurely categorizing ourselves, thinking that when it says your business type or your industry type, that you put in real estate, that you put in trucking. And a lot of the times that's not true. Just to give you an example, I had a mentee that actually helped truckers rent and secure trucks to go into business. So he categorized himself as a trucker. And that's not true. You're doing something far more different than that. You're cultivating people into becoming and teaching them and having them go through steps in order to become a trucker. That's very different than categorizing yourself as a trucker. Then on top of that, he had his name with trucking in there. That's not true. You're not picking up and doing deliveries. You're cultivating people and helping them obtain a trucking business. Very different. You're a business consultant at that point, because guess what? That very same company can help owners become and do a different type of business. So don't just categorize yourself in something that is A, that is risky, and B, that is so limiting that when you go to the bank, they're looking like, okay, you're saying you're doing these things, but you're cutting all these other people out. All right. So number one, name yourself correctly. Number two, categorize yourself correctly. And then number three, you want to make sure that everything matches, that you have a business that has everything that's congruent. Congruent just means everything is the same across the board. Any place they go and find information about your business online or any documentations that you bring inside the bank, it must match, as well as what you're putting on the application itself. Everything must be congruent. We can't say that we are management and consulting, but then our website said that we're doing credit repair. Or they Google our name and they see our business that we're promoting credit repair. So you have to be very careful, because this is what causes denials, number one, and this is what causes a situation where you're going in where you typically should qualify for no documentation, but this is when no documentation goes wrong. When they do that preliminary search and they see things aren't matching, and they see that your name is risky, and they see that your name isn't categorized, and you just look unsophisticated and you are not credible. Credible means truthful and believable, but the good news is you can change all of that. Thank you so very much. Just go ahead and drop your question right here, and I will happily and gladly answer it for you. So you need to make sure that you understand these things. Yes, we can leverage our personal credit report in order to get funding and access to $50,000 to $150,000 in funding, but are we congruent on the business side? you will be rated differently on your personal credit when you're asking for personal funding versus business funding. Now you're asking the bank to take a risk on a company that does not have any credit history. And we're using our personal credit as leverage in order to get approved. However, they still need to analyze, is this business credible, fundable, truthful? Is it risky? That is the bank's primary duty, is to mitigate risk, is to lower risk. We're not going to partner with someone that we know historically is in an industry that is known to fold on loans, is known to go out of business statistically. This is how these industries are landing on the do not fund list. All right. So I need you to be aware of that, and I need you to take the steps, the proper steps, to set yourself up. Now, if you're someone that has done these things and you're looking to correct it, guess what? Great news. You can amend any and everything that you've done to your business. Your business is well within its right and legally can change its name, can change its category, can set itself up and give it a very different description. This is why I feel that you should be very sure on what you're doing before you start adding categories. So if you're new to entrepreneurship, and first and foremost, let me give you my disclaimer. This is just for informational and educational purposes only. None of this information should be considered legal, tax, or financial advice, all right? So when you're taking the time in order to set yourself up and describe yourself differently, this is why guidance is the best thing. This is why people with 700, 800 credit scores are unable to get approved for funding, because they skipped out on the credibility part. Good credit, nothing negative on their leveraging it and using it in order to get approved for funding on your business side. But this is for a business that is named properly, categorized properly, and credible. All right. So this way you are credible, optimized, bankable, and you can go in and get approved for no documentation funding. No documentation goes wrong. I'm just recapping. It goes wrong when all these things aren't in place. What's on your Duns and Bradstreet, your website, as well as the documentation that you're bringing in and the information that you're placing on the application, all should match. All right. I hope this is information you can use. I want to come on here and just give you guys the education you need in order to position yourself for $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. And this is information you can use. Put some hearts and give me a little tap on the screen so I know that I'm not giving you this information in vain. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them right here. If you're coming up under the sound of my voice, DM me any questions. Me and my team are always happy to help. And just so you'll know, I do have a 30-day free boot camp where I'm walking you through this entire process. Yep, no credit card, no gimmicks, nothing. All you need to do is just DM me the word boot camp and I will send this out to you. So I'm super, super excited, guys. I am looking forward to helping you, as many people as I possibly can, to go through the daily mentorship that I'm going to take you through in order to bring yourself credible, fundable, and bankable. So if we have any questions, I'll go ahead and answer them here. All right. So I am on multiple platforms, guys. So bear with me. All right. Okay. All right. So we do not have any questions. This was amazing. This is great.